ever wanted a tripod that had a handle? I always have, and that's why we got the Sirui SQ75. So these sticks are all over the friggin' internet right now, and for good reason. They are very easy to use and set up. What I like about these is that they're very, very light. These are light sticks, but they feel beefy enough to really handle themselves in combat, which is very, very important in the great content war that we are all a part of. This pairs very nicely with our cinema camera, which has been the star of the last couple of episodes. This head that it comes with, really just a quality cinema head, but also we used to use really heavy sticks, and now we can use much lighter sticks. So the big thing is that you can pick them up with this one handle and you can set them up easily. You just pull this little strip, get it together, and then we have these little fun doohickeys. If the feet are facing down, then these will connect easily, and you can easily kind of run around with this guy and do your thing. So, feet, this is important. The feet, if they're pointed like this, then you have the ability to really just kind of get up and go. It is like a one-hander that you can use, and it's locked in pretty tight. It has these nice little locks right now, lock here, and there's 3 of them that correspond, and it just makes it, like everything, convenient for utility, because I can just pick it up, go, and then when I'm ready, you can kind of just put it down, and the spreader will work pretty well. See? So very, very easy to kind of get up and get down. It has a lot of different things going for it. It has these little wheels down here so that you can spread and extend. So this is probably the easiest one to spread, which is pretty cool if you're in a difficult situation, but I like to leave them pretty tight and keep my setup fairly small. And then this head, the VHS-10 head, is just pretty outstanding for the cost, especially to get this kind of mobility and ability, and especially for our purposes in that we're typically putting a cinema camera 6K on here along with one of the cinema lenses. Actually, this fits nicely up on here. One of the things I like about this is that it uses kind of a Manfrotto-esque plate like everything else. And it has this nice little locking mechanism here, but I'm still a Kessler boy at heart, so I always put a quick release on top of it. Works better with our other pieces of gear. You can put on like that, and this baby can really handle this load quite well. Works, safe, I like it. You can add tension, like every other tripod. So we won't go too much into tension, but it's got the tension stuff you need. But it does work great for kind of like for a cinema camera, for a cinema rig. So we are well above the size of like a small mirrorless camera, but we're not quite at the realm of Alexa or anything like that. This is just a great in-betweener. It feels crisp. It also feels like we can actually do pan and tilt shots for the first time and have it be smooth than we have in a long time. So this head and this whole unit, this is the Instagram unit. So on Instagram, you know where it's telling you buy this, it's this. And they got me. They got me. So let it get you too if you are interested in something for your cinema rig. Hidden features, hidden features. We're all about the hidden features here and what will make your productions a little bit easier. There's something really cool tripod manufacturers are starting to do in regards to their cinema heads, and it is right here. There is a second option here, which is, can you see that? Which is they have started to really incorporate Ronin and Ronin plates into their systems, which is super easy if you're taking a larger rig, smaller than this, but still kind of kitted up, and going from a Ronin directly to a tripod. It's gonna be great for single shooters, in which you can do your interview on this cool tripod, not have to change any of your gear underneath it, and immediately slot right into your gimbal and rock and roll. This style of thinking is what I really like out of this company, Sirui, which is a Chinese company, but I really like what they're doing because they're thinking of things like that. They're letting us use our Ronins easier with our tripods, which is usually a big pain. It's the reason why we have so many cameras, is because we're often going from interview directly into B-roll, and it's always too big a pain to go from one to the other quickly. This is helping to solve that. One of the most important things about tripods now is that they have kind of abandoned that old way of doing leg extension, and that is thanks to the Sockler, which is right over here. The Sockler Free Motion 75 and 100 changed the game in that tripod engineering was changed, and now all of the Chinese companies are stealing that. The Chinese have taken German engineering and made it more affordable by giving us that same awesome feature from the Flowtech, which is a back saver, and adding it to the SQ75. And this thing can really go up. So if you're like, hey man, we gotta go higher, this is a great tripod for it, and you'll save your back through it. I think the bottom's a little weird to work with personally, like the way the feet work is probably my only critique, but I do love that I'm getting that free motion style of simplicity and back saving engineering for a fraction of the price. On the internet, I've seen people like lift this up and close it really, really easily. And I think it could be easier, and I think the problem comes from the mid-level spreader, in that you want to just close it like this. I'm stuck. The problem, I think, is the bottom spreader, I think, could use a little more thinking through, in that it's just not fast enough for me when I'm trying to pack it up. You see how I am right now? This is probably something that a lot of people are running into, and it's in the feet. The feet have to be facing down, which I guess is safer, but it's not as easy as I'd like it to be to pack up. So this should be ready to go and ready to put away, right? But it's not gonna fit in your bag. Why? Because, and they don't write this anywhere, the feet have to be a certain way. So right now, you see how the feet are down? See that? What you're gonna try and do is you're gonna try and come down with your safety lock and put it on. And it's gonna feel a little tight. Right here, see, now it's getting a little tight. And for me, if I have to bend or I have to push anything, that's concerning to me. But here's what it is. It's that the feet, when I put this foot down, everything's gonna lock into place as to how it should be. So this is kind of what I'm talking about with this tripod. So I guess this is just a weird part of packing up. If you can think of a better way to close this up than I can, I'm all ears. But from where I sit, it's just a little bit of a pain to kind of pack up at the end. And that's just really sad. So this is a great system, except for the spreader. I feel like the spreader should be able to be machined and engineered well enough that it can close easy without being open just because it's locked. So unlock your spreader when you put it away, and then you'll have a much safer time when closing the legs, which is the most important thing. Safety first, folks. Although I think this is a great tripod, there are a couple of flaws that, in my opinion, stop me from calling it a Sockler killer. It's a cheaper tripod than the Sockler, so there's gonna be some things to figure out. But the issue is in the low spreader. But ultimately, when things are working properly on this, it's a really great design. And you can walk in, it's light. Oh! You can lat raise it if you want to. So there is a difference. It's just, are you willing to work with those little things in order to get what is a great unit and will support a camera and will be functional and is light enough to be held with one hand and extended and whatnot, but has this one weird thing that really is only a factor during setup and teardown. Because the way it's presented, it's supposed to, you take off these little guys, and if you look on the internet, I'm supposed to be able to go like this, and it open up, which it really doesn't do. But, I don't know, can you live with it? Can you dig it? Oh God, please like and subscribe and comment. I'm curious how you guys work with, you know, this tripod, and if there's a tripod I'm not seeing because I'm inundated with Instagram, and that's why I ended up with this one, because of social media. But let me know if you figured out a way to deal with this weird issues here. And we'll see you next time on Tracksuit Terry Talks Tech on a Tech Talk. It's 4Ts. It'll be 4Ts. See ya.